Oh, thank you, Sophie. By the way, we're gonna record this meeting. So please write in the chat. I think 14 people here in the chat. So let me know, where are you from? Where are you connected? From Colombia. There you go. Jordan, thank you so much for being here. There you go. OC is in the house. Hawaii is in the house too. I have always dreamed about going to Hawaii. So day from Puebla, Mexico. Mexico is in the room. There you go. Who else? Who else? Who else? Dominican Republic. There you go. Nice. Thank you. Thank you. From the USA, we also have people from the USA. So, as I mentioned before, we have people not just from Latin America, not just from the Americas. So that's why we're gonna keep this session in English. Okay. Anyway, if maybe you want to ask your question in Spanish, we can translate it and answer it in both Spanish and English. Yeah, but let's keep English as the main language for this session. Okay. Now that I know that you are there, let's go to the first question real quick in the chat, right? What is like the your most favorite movie ever? What is the movie that you like the most? Write the name. Write the name in the chat. Go, go, go. Let's see. We've got The Day After Tomorrow, Star Wars. Which one? Revenge of the Sith. The good one. The Coves. If you like some of the answer, go there and like. For example, I like Star Wars Revenge of the Sith, so I'm gonna like that one. You can vote for other answer. What else? Starship Trooper, Mad Max, Fury on the Road. Is that the last one? No, no, no. That's not the last one. Thank you. That's what the first one. Yeah. Now let's jump to the second one. If you have to choose, if you could choose just one type of food that you can eat for the rest of your life, just one. I'm sure that you have more than one, but just choose one type of food that you would like to eat for the rest of your life. Milanesa, wow, that's a very great answer. Grape leaf, hamburger. Remember to vote. You can click on like to the other answer. Tacos al pastor, you have to be from Mexico, Armando. That's delicious. What else? We got rice. There you go. Falafel, yes. Milanesa with fries. So apparently Milanesa is winning. So it seems that you're gonna be watching Star Wars while eating Milanesa. Oh, now rice is winning. Now rice is winning. There you go. What else? What else? What else? Few more answer. Milanesa with fries. There you go. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Let me see. And one extra question just to continue with the next part of the agenda. If you had the chance to meet one person, either alive or not, who would you like to meet? And not just meet, actually meet and have an actual conversation. And to make it more interesting, any question that you add to that person, he or she will answer all the questions, like with the truth. So, who would you choose? We have, thank you, Jasmine. Jasmine, if you want to mention my name, we got Jasmine, and we have two votes for you, Jasmine. So there you go. Jane Godal. I was really close. One. Okay, guys. More answer. Just think. One person that you would like to meet, either alive or not. Let me see. What else? Napoleon. Okay, that's a new one. Nobody had answered that before. Nelson Mandela. You can vote other. You can vote to other. Juan Domingo Perón, Christopher Lee. Thank you. Thank you guys for interacting with us in this meeting, in this session. So now that, by the way, Juan Domingo Perón apparently won. Okay, now people who voted for Juan Domingo Perón just decided to move their votes to another person. So, to continue with today's presentation, I would like to introduce to Sophie, who I think most of you already know her, but just in case she's gonna just introduce a little bit about herself, who is gonna give us a little introduction of context about the assembly, the event. So, Sophie, are you there? Is this your moment, your time?
Yes, thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining. I know it's really late for some of you. It's really early for others. And even if it's not too late, I know it's 6 p.m. in Colombia, and maybe you're tired for what you've been doing through the day. So we appreciate it very much. So I am going to tell you a bit about my job at yours. I'm the community coordinator, which means that I'm the link between the community members and the organization behind it, which is yours. Yours is a global organization that works with and for young people. As you can see, you are the young people. So we are meeting here today. Meanwhile, I will keep admitting people to the room to learn more about the Third World Youth Assembly for Road Safety. But what about the last World Youth Assembly? That was the second one, which is the starting point, actually, to the creation of the coalition, which started in 2020 and has now grown a lot. We have 2,500 young activists in 129 countries. As you can see, this is an example. This meeting, we have a really mixed group of people with one same objective, with one same hope. So I'm glad that it's growing big and that we're working together and that we might be meeting really soon in Morocco. So maybe we can move to the next slide so I can tell you a bit about this third meeting that we're going to have in Marrakesh in February 15 and 16. We are expecting to merge together 200 young leaders from more than 70 countries, to unite them and to continue growing this movement and to create community and to, we're going to be introducing a new global youth statement. So the objective of this meeting today is that you know everything about how to apply and that you can make your best to be able to attend to this big event. So you might be wondering why Marrakesh, Morocco, and why February 2025, which is why I'm going to let Jorge tell us a bit about the relationship between this assembly and the ministerial conference.
Thank you so much, Sophie. So, just to continue with a little bit of context, why Marrakesh, why Morocco? Like, exactly. So, as you might already know, like next year in February, the ministerial conference is taking place in Marrakesh from the 18th to the 20th of February. We, and by we I mean the World Youth Assembly, we are a side event of this global ministerial conference. Within the ministerial conference, there are gonna be around 5 to 6 different side events focused on different topics. We, the World Youth Assembly, we're gonna be like fully focused in youth or youth center. So the ministerial conference is a high-level gathering of global policymakers, transportation leader, minister, like people from the like politicians, let's say like that, will gather there to talk about what they have been doing in the last 5 years in relation to road safety, also to share the assets on the progress on the global plan 2021-2030. Yeah, so that's gonna be the also that ministerial conference is gonna be focusing knowing and sharing what the countries are gonna be doing in the next 5 years. Okay, so while that conference is happening, 2 days before, we are going to have the World Youth Assembly taking place from February 15th to the 16th. Okay, that is going to be in Marrakech too. During that event, as you already know, it is an official side event. The idea is we will also have some youth speaker and delegates attending to the ministerial conference. Okay, so we don't have yet the amount of people. We haven't like the exact number of how many delegates from the assembly can join the ministerial, but for sure there are gonna be some spots. So we are gonna have our assembly with our conference, with our place, with our moment to learn, etc. We're gonna also have the youth pavilion and bilateral meeting. The youth pavilion is an space in which we're gonna share the impact that we as youth are having with different projects around the globe. Also, some people from some ministerial, from some agency are gonna join us there to see what we are doing abroad. So those are like the three spaces that we're gonna have, and that's the connection, let's say, like between the ministerial and the assembly. So just to have a bit of context, I think that was important. Now we can continue to the next part of the session, in which we're gonna answer some of the most common questions that we receive. So I'm gonna just stop sharing my screen for a bit to change the screen, while Sophie, you can explain a little bit about how it's gonna be.
Great. Are we keeping the wheel or the boxes? So I'll let them know about the dynamic.
Let's go for the boxes.
All right. So we're going to have some boxes with hidden questions inside, and Jorge is going to start opening them randomly, and we're going to start seeing the questions. Those questions are the ones that we were receiving the most via email, Instagram, or even in previous meetings. So what we want to know is if you have other questions. So you will have the possibility to send your new questions to the chat. At the same time, you might start having new ideas or having new doubts. So feel free to share through the chat. And as we open them, I will ask some of our special guests tonight, which are Yasmin and Mughrabi from the Youth Leadership Board, Michelle Gaibor and Aldo Gonzalez from the Regional Leaders Group, and Valeria Bernal Castillo, Ray Adrian Macalalai, and Istiara Elisa from the Ambassadors panel. Maybe it's a good time to introduce them, the Ambassadors panel role, right, Jorge? I think you're on mute, but I'll take that as a yes. All right. All these people that I mentioned are here tonight to answer your questions. They are already informed about everything that's going on about this preparation towards the assembly. And they will be able to raise a hand in Zoom, digital hand, or you can raise your physical hand, and we'll name you so you can give the answers. But I wanted to tell you a bit about the ambassadors panel. It's a special task force that was created for the assembly, and they are going to be representing all the members. They will be the representatives that are going to be also producing the declaration, the statement, sorry, that's going to be signed in the assembly. They'll be working also in delivering some sessions. They'll be working on the agenda, and they're also collaborating in the evaluation of these delegates, of these candidates to delegates. So welcome all, and thank you very much for joining tonight. Let's check if, yes, I think it's working.
Yeah, now it's working. I'm sorry, guys. I'm having like some trouble with my internet, but I hope just to double check.
We are patient, no
Yeah,
worries.
can you look at the boxes right now?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So we have prepared 10 questions that we're gonna answer at first. Remember that if you have more questions, write them on the chat and we will answer them at the end. Okay, so let's go with the first one. So we have, will the organizer provide assistance with obtaining a visa? Who wants to take that? I can't see like
I
the
can take that.
Zoom screen, so
ST is yes. Go ahead, ST.
Yes, thank you. So the organization will provide the letter for inviting you, and you can use the letter for the visa as well. And yeah, for the fee, we won't cover the actual fee, but navigating the visa application process, helping to ensure that your document is in order and improving your chances of approval, yours team and organizers can provide it for you. Thank you.
Exactly. Thank you very much, ST. And one addition to that is that we are working with the government of Morocco. So they will be helping us also to try to simplify the process as much as possible in case that you need a visa. Maybe you're lucky and you live in one of those countries that aren't requested a visa, but we don't know.
okay, thank you so much. Let's go for the next question. And let's go for number 8. What is covered by the coalition financial aid? That's a pretty good question. So who wants to take that? Do you want to start maybe, Sophie, and I can just help you out at the end?
Okay. Um, so as you might have read in our website, we are having a financial aid available for all pre-selected delegates. This means that once we make the evaluation of the candidates, we are also going to notify you about being pre-selected and about the availability of this financial aid. Um, it will not be covering every delegate. So we are going to let you know better about the distribution of this financial aid options. And we are going to assist you also in other things that are already covered, but mainly the coalition financial aid will cover part of the accommodation in some cases. Um, Also, we cover for everyone the lunch and breakfast and the transportation from the hotel to the venue. Um, and in some cases, it will even cover the flights to the event. But we will, I think, I don't know if you want to go deep into that, Jorge, or if you prefer to,
Yeah.
yeah?
No, yeah. Let me go a little bit deep with it.
Oh,
So,
all
guys,
right.
yeah, yeah. So, guys, we are having like in short, we're having like three type of subsidy of scholarship. The first one is the full scholarship or the full subsidy. This one is very limited. Okay, so keep in mind that we don't have this one for a lot of people. This full subsidy we are gonna offer, we're gonna cover flight and accommodation. Flight up to 1,000 euro, okay, and full accommodation in there in some hotel that we are partnering with in Marrakesh. So 100% of accommodation for 4 or 6 nights. Why 4 or 6 nights? Because it depends whether you were also accepted to the ministerial conference or not. Remember that being accepted to the youth assembly, that doesn't mean that you are accepted to the ministerial. You have to apply for both events separately, but we are trying to take or to bring as many young participants from the assembly to the ministerial. Okay, so we have the first one, which is the full subsidy. Then we also have the half subsidy or half scholarship, in which we are gonna cover the accommodation from 4 to 6 nights, also depending on whether you were accepted or not to the ministerial, plus up to 500 euros for your flight to get to Marrakech. Okay, and then we have the partial subsidy, and the partial subsidy we will cover 100% of accommodation up to 3 nights, and we also gonna cover like event launches. Just to add something like to the question or answer, we encourage you guys to look for your own ways of founding, of looking for budget of funds to attend to the assembly. That's why we're gonna send to you a document in which we explain like with details a lot about how to get, maybe if you want to have a meeting with a university, an NGO, a minister, or some organization to ask for some money to go to the assembly. We can help you out with it. We will send you a document with all the information in how to fund yourself in order to attend the assembly. Yeah. And also, I wanted to add something else. I know that that is part of another question, that but it's a good moment to add it. This time I can tell you that you don't have to pay for registration ticket. You don't have to pay, like, even if you don't get that financial aid, you don't have to get or to pay for the registration. You don't have to pay for breakfast or lunch. We will also cover transportation for everyone from the hotel or some specific spots to the venue. We'll cover that transport. We will have also some merchandise and of course the conference. So if you want to have a number, the normal cost for this type of event are around 1,500 euros, but you don't have to pay because we will cover that. And one more time again, we would love to have you all there. We will love to have a lot of scholarship for everybody, but we have not infinite budget, so we will cover just for some of you. So first you have to apply to be a delegate, and then you will continue to the next part. So I hope I was clear with that part. If not, write a question. And let's go to the next question. Let's see. Let's pick a number. Let's go number 4. What kind of support will I receive from the coalition if I don't get the financial aid? I just answered that
Ahead.
that question
Yeah,
before.
we can skip
So
it.
let's just skip it and let's go to the next question. Let's go number 3. We have, oh, good one. Some attachments are listed as optional. The certificates to the first two modules of the George Academy and letters to decision makers. So I do not need to complete this, right? Who wants to take that question?
I can answer the question. So
All right.
even though you can choose to skip those attachments now, all the materials will be required from you if you are pre-selected in order to become a confirmed selected delegate. So at the mid-October, maybe we will notify pre-selected delegates, and you will have to 5 days from that moment to complete your submission. So some attachments are listed as optional, but they are required. So you need to fill all the attachments as well.
Thank you so much, Valeria. Let's jump to the next question. And I hope you're also writing question in the chat. Okay. If I don't get selected, can I reapply or request an explanation? Good question. Who wants to take it?
Yasmin is raising her hand. Go ahead, please.
Who, Sophie? I didn't listen.
Yasmin is raising her hand. Can you hear us?
Ah, Jasmine, are you there?
Let's check. Maybe she's having some trouble with the audio. No, we can hear you. You're not muted, but we can't hear you.
No?
Hear you. I think
Can,
now.
can you hear my-
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So all the applicant will be notified whether they get selected or rejected by October 31st. And if you are not selected, you can request, of course, for extra information on why you were not chosen by replying to the notification email. So the email that you will receive it about your acceptance or rejection, you can reply to this email and request for more information.
Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much, Jasmine. Let's jump to the next question. Number 9. I want to stay longer in Morocco. Me too. Will the event cover additional accommodation costs? Who wants to take that?
Michelle is raising her
Anyone?
hand. Yes. Over to you, Mitch.
Yes, I wish to stay longer in Morocco too, but that will be on me. It means it will be on all of you. But it's important if you participate in ministerial conference, if you apply to the subsidy, it is possible to give you some funding, but it's very limited. So short answer is it will be on you. So save money to stay in Morocco more days and visit that beautiful country.
Thank you so much, Michelle. You just forgot to mention that if you want to stay there longer, just upload some picture to Instagram, to your social media, so that we can know what to do next time. Next question. Can I also attend the fourth Global Ministerial Conference on road safety? I've talked a little bit about it, but I don't know if maybe anyone can go deep or can.
Okay, I'll jump right in on this one. So basically, yes, you can attend the assembly and will participate in the ministerial conference where there will be some engagement with intergenerational dialogues and discussions about the global youth statement. But I think this is not really available for everyone, so we have to wait for further confirmation, I guess. Yep.
Exactly, that's true. That's true, guys. We are already in contact with the Minister of Transportation of the Kingdom of Morocco, and also like with NARSA. We want to have as many tickets or entrants to the ministerial conference, but they haven't confirmed us yet. For like at the end, how many can we like truly take or bring to the ministerial? Anyway, remember that you have to apply for the ministerial in their own webpage. If you go to the ministerial conference webpage, if you go to the top right, I think there is a red button say pre-apply or apply. Please go there and also apply. It is pretty simple. They will ask you just like for your name, email, phone number, gender, and a picture of you. It's like pretty super simple. Apply there. And we hope to have as many delegates from the youth assembly attending the conferences, but we don't know yet for how many can we take. And if we continue, let's continue to the next one. There are just 3 more questions. Who will fund my trip? Well, I think we have already answered a little bit of it, right, Sophie?
Yes, you can skip it. But in case
Yeah,
that
let's.
anyone wants to repeat any answer, feel free to ask in the chat box. We don't have a problem with repeating anything. But you can open
Yes,
number seven
don't
for
worry.
me. 7 is my favorite number.
Oh, nice. So your favorite number is telling you that if I apply before September 15, original deadline, do I need to apply it again or not?
I can answer that. Except I see a hand. Yes, Yasmin. Over to you.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, so in case you applied and you completed the whole form and you received an email confirming that we will evaluate your submission, so you don't need to apply again, as your application was submitted before the original deadline of September 15. So no need.
Exactly.
Thank you
Thank you very
so
much.
much. Yeah.
In case that you are having doubts
Uh,
about your previous submission, you can email me at coalition at youthforroadsafety.org. I will write it right here, and let me know, and we can fix that. Please do it before the new deadline closes, which is October the 4th.
Thank you, Sophie. And let's jump to the last question, number 10. And we've got, how can I fund my travel if I don't get coalition financial aid? I have already talked a
It's a
little
good
bit about it at the beginning. It's a really good question, but I want to go like deep because I think that we have like some people in the room like after maybe answering that at first. So guys, as I mentioned at the beginning, we truly engage you on encourage you to look for some funds by yourself. Maybe you can think, but okay, but how can I ask for some money? Maybe to talk to my university, to some secretariat, to some minister, some NGO, some local office. We are gonna help you with it. Okay, so we're gonna send you a document with a lot of information in how to fund yourself. Yeah, and in case you have a meeting with any of the organization that I just mentioned, please write to Sophie's email. You can tell us, hey guys, I have a meeting with my university, I have a meeting with the municipality or X or Y, and we can help you out in sending some information that will be really helpful for you to send to them or to share to them in order to have like maybe why not some extra fund for you. Okay, so I think that we've got some question in the chat. Let me just check it out.
Yes. I can read them to you. Is there a maximum of delegates by country? I can answer this. We are trying to ensure that we have the most diverse as possible group. We don't have a number established per country because we don't know how many countries are going to be applying, but we can assure you that if we had I don't know, 100 members, 100 applicants from one same country, we won't choose 100 from the same country. We will try to make it the most diverse, but if there are many of them, there will probably be more from one country than from another. And as you saw, for example, it's really despair, the amount of members from Africa than the amount of members from Oceania. So it's going to happen. Sadly, we don't have a representation in every country yet. That's a goal, to have at least one per country. But we're getting closer. But we're also going to consider other things as gender balance, as the background, if you work in government, in an NGO, in the private sector. There are many things to consider, but we're doing our best to make that calculation.
Thank you, Sophie. I think we have no more questions. So I have one question for you. Please write in the chat. Have you already applied to the assembly? Please write the have you applied? Are you planning to apply? Do you need some help from our side in order to apply, or are you planning to apply after this session? Just right there. We have, I did. Thank you, Michelle. Already applied. Armando, there you go. Nice, nice. Who else? Who else? We are here, guys, to help you out if you need some help with your application process. I did it too, Alejandro. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Karen, you did it too. Okay, guys. Any other question?
I have one question for them too.
Oh, yeah.
And are you in the WhatsApp group of your region? Because we have noticed that some of you haven't joined yet. So I will drop the link here to the community in WhatsApp. You know, WhatsApp had this new tool, which is a community in which you group other groups. So if you join the community, you will see the list of groups, one for each region. Please join your own. In case that you moved, for example, Ray is from Philippines and lives in Australia. So technically, Ray would be originally in the Asian WhatsApp group and should move to the Oceania WhatsApp group. If Ray doesn't inform me about this, I won't know that I have to accept the entrance into the WhatsApp group. So please remember to update your information when big changes are to be made in your personal files, so we know. And so we also can send you relevant opportunities, because maybe it's not useful for Ray to receive opportunities in person in Philippines, and it's better to send from Australia, for example. So please join, and you will find a great community there. I'm a super big fan of the Latin America WhatsApp group, but every group is really good. I will also thank Essie Naidich and Aldo Gonzalez, who joined last minute, and I wasn't expecting the whole regional leaders from Latin America joining, so congrats on that. We have a full house for Latin America.
Thank you, Sophia, and thank you guys for being here with us. So, since we don't have like more question, and also to honor the agenda, we are just 3 minutes away for the end of the agenda. So it was like pretty good. It went smoothly. Guys, remember that we are going to send to you an email with a document with more than 30 questions.
Yes.
Question related to everything. Question about the financial aid, about what is the difference between the ministerial conference or the youth assembly. Question about how to get there. Also, question or answer information about if you want to stay there longer, the approximate cost of hotels or transportation, like a lot of information that we hope is going to be like really really useful. Michelle is saying, can you share the link to apply for the ministerial conference?
I
Let
sent it right now. It's
Okay,
there.
yeah.
It's a super simple form, and remember, it's free to apply.
Yeah, yeah.
I made it
It's
today. You
really,
have time,
it's
but
really,
do it
it's really,
today.
yeah, it's really like super simple. We recommend you to apply. I mean, you have choice for attending the youth assembly. At the end, when we select like all the delegates, we're gonna send the list of all our delegates to NARSA and to the Ministerial of Transport, so that they can like help us out a little bit with the visa and also with the entrance to the ministerial. Let's finger crossed. So apply for both right now. I know in the Road Safety Morocco webpage it says that you can apply until like the 10th of February. Don't wait until that date. Please apply today, tomorrow. That will help us out a lot. And if there is no more question, guys, I want to thank you for being here with us today, tonight, like from wherever you are connected. If you have more question, feel free to contact, coalition at youthforgosafety.org. Yeah, you can write there, or you can ask any question maybe in the WhatsApp group. Feel free to contact Sophie. Feel free to contact me. Feel free to contact us, like any channel, social media. Just send your question. I will help you out. Okay. Thank you so much for being here today, tonight. I hope you're having a great night, great night, great eve, great morning. And that's it for now. One last thing. Don't hesitate to have a little bit of networking in the chat. Share who you are, your LinkedIn, your Instagram. Maybe you want to connect to others. Use all these spaces to network a little bit if you want it. Okay. So
Send the link to the assembly and to the ministerial, to the WhatsApp groups.
great. Great. Okay, so thank you, everyone.
Oh,
That's
my
all.
email. All right. Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
Bye bye.
Got
Thank you
it.
very much.
Bye
Thank
bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you so
Nice to meet
much.
you.
See ya.